I've been singing since I was about 8 or 9, and I turned 31 this past October.
Did
So about 20, 22 years. Yeah.
you guys all just have amazing voices, and also just the you're throwing your pitch way up there, man. How do you take care of your voice?
I really don't do as much as I should, to be honest with you. But we do certain steps like there's bitter root and bare root and things like that we will take at powwows. Even right now, I have a peppermint in my mouth, and that kind of helps coat my throat after singing, so it doesn't hurt so long, and it heals properly. But me and my cousin Will, we've been singing together for 2 decades.
That,
Long, yeah.
that's sick, man. So what was this? What is this group called that you're?
It's Lone Eagle. It's actually named after one of our brothers who isn't alive anymore, and it's an honor and tribute to him. And also we have our nephew Grant here as well, his son, and to kind of carry that along with them as well. My sons sing. We have a few other boys that sing with us, but it's for our kids. Yeah.
Um, Tell me about. So did you? Were you just born into this like tradition of
Yep.
singing? Can you tell me a little bit about your experience of getting into it and
Well,
what it
singing
is?
and dancing, my cousin William Richardson was actually a big part of it, as well as my uncle Purnell Richardson. Really getting me into going to powwows, traveling a lot, going up and down the East Coast when I was a little kid. My parents, of course, kept me involved in everything else. So it was just one of those things where I loved to do it, and my parents were very encouraging, and my uncle and my cousin were very encouraging, and they just taught me and kept up, and I just never quit. And now my kids do it.
So it's just gonna keep on going.
Yeah.
So I was talking with Rick a little bit, and he was talking about how like big part of the Pocahontas project, and what you all are doing is kind of it's not just about learning and understanding the past; it's about looking forward,
Yeah.
right? And can you speak on that a little bit?
Yeah. So a big philosophy that I have is part of to save our future is we need to look to our past, because our ways, our traditions, can save our lives. They can help us out in many different ways, and keep us out of trouble. So not only healing ourselves, but in that same process and in that same breath, healing our communities, because the individuals make that community. So if each of us can take away time to do stuff like this instead of going off to go shopping or go do something else that we really don't need to be doing, or that really has no value to our communities. To do this is great, especially when the young ones come out here, like my nephew Grant and my kids coming out here, and all the other kids that were out here too. So it's great for all of us to be here. It really is, and we appreciate the city of Richmond and the county of Henrico for allowing us to be out here too.
Beautiful, man. I mean, how can people, how can everyday Richmonders, maybe even who are not indigenous, take that message to heart of theirs? What are some things we can do to look to our past to better our future?
Everybody has a past. Everybody comes from somewhere. You're indigenous to somewhere. It may not be specifically here, but you're indigenous to somewhere. So I suggest everybody learn about where they are. You're not just white. You're not just black. You're not just yellow, I guess, if you would say. Everybody's something, in every specific race, nationality, ethnicity, tribe, band, clan, community, tribe. I mean, all that. They're all special, and they all should be greatly looked at. Irish people have their own beautiful culture. Italians have their own beautiful culture. Africans, the many different tribes of Africa, have beautiful culture, and I think each of us should take that time to look to where we are. Yeah.
Beautifully said, man. Anything else you want to talk to me about that I didn't ask you about?
I mean, I guess it depends on what the segment, more or less what you're looking for in the
Uh,
segment.
well, I mean, anything else you want to share about music, or about just like what this powwow here means to you, maybe, and things like it. I mean, I've never been to anything like this. It seems like a very like powerful spiritual experience.
Yeah, it's really cool. Well, the city of Richmond was actually built on the old town of Powhatan, so to be here is pretty cool. I live in Varina, which is 15 minutes from here maybe. I live right on Route 5. So I live where the town of Arahaddick would have been back in the day. And John Smith and all of them would have come through here when they were going on their way to Richmond at the time, or Powhatan at the time, yeah. But back in the day, my people were actually over the fall line, so around Charlottesville area. Yeah, so that's where my tribe was originally from, but now we reside in North Carolina.
I guess one last question I have for you, and I'll let you go, man. But like, well, I guess first off, are you? I'm sorry if I asked this politically incorrectly, but like, are you 100% indigenous, and do you have like different tribes or different ethnicities or nationalities?
No, so my father is adopted, so I don't really know exactly what he is. But my mother is a full blood from the Haliwa-Saponi community from North Carolina, and even their clan. So my mother's a turtle, so I am. So I'm a turtle. My mom is grandmother, so on and so forth. We are a matrilineal and matriarchal society. Same with my wife. She's Mashpee Wampanoag, and she's from the Eel, so my sons are Eels. So yeah.
Yeah, I was just kind of wondering, like how you. I mean, obviously you have like a strong connection to that heritage, but like, because America's like a big melting pot at this point, and like, I'm sure you have. Like you're wearing traditional garb right now, but like you also like go out and shop and do all this other stuff. And like,
I live in a regular stone house like everybody else. I drove a van here. What we say is we walk in two worlds, really, because we do things that are thousands of years old. But we also have phones and computers, and I'm speaking English right now, whereas I can speak 3 different languages besides English. But I speak English for your sake, not mine.
What languages? What other languages?
I speak Haliwa-Saponi. I speak Rendapoak or Powhatan, which is the language that would be around here. And I also speak Wampanoag. I speak a little Tuscarora as well, but I'm not. But conversationally, I can speak all of those languages.
That's amazing, man. Last thing I asked, could you say something in any one of those languages? Like, I don't know, is there like a greeting or like a blessing that you would offer? Like.
Yeah, so Mekuru Michin Kihoe, Yami Kilakiwa, Mima Haliwa-Saponi, Watiwa Wasti Eni. So I said, you're welcome to be here. My name is Iap. So that's my traditional name, not my actual government name, not my legal name. So Iap Mikelakiwa, my name is Iap, which means buffalo. Buffalo actually used to be here in the state of Virginia up until the 1800s. But then I said that I come from the Haliwa-Saponi community from North Carolina, and the place of the pines, where the pine trees grow, Wasti Eni. No.
That's awesome, man. What language was that?
Haliwa-Saponi. So the language that my community speaks in Hollister, North Carolina.